Coming up next, boys high school basketball on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, very nice rendition of the national anthem done here at Lorain High as we welcome you back to the Titan Gymnasium. Tim Elkhorn along with Gary Pelter. On-site engineer is Jared Kozar. Back in the studios of AM 930 WEOL, Terry Howell. And again, great to have Joe Bach from WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, dialed up into our audio tonight. We appreciate the audio feed. In fact, Gary, we are live down in the concession area tonight. So everybody going out there to grab a box of popcorn or a hot dog, maybe some nachos, why, they get to listen to you and I while they stand in line.
That's right. We have extra duties tonight. We got to make sure we keep them informed.
Speaking of boxes of popcorn, I see George Corey is over on the other side tonight. A couple of weeks ago, we had a Lorain game over at Cleveland Heights. George was not able to make the game. But word was that he was at home with 5 boxes of popcorn. He was just relaxing in the big lounge chair with 5 boxes of popcorn.
He had them all at once?
Well, no, you nibble on your popcorn. That's how you do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He just had them all at his disposal at once.
Of course.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Because I'll pop a bag, and then I'll go back and pop another bag.
That's how it works sometimes. Hey, we hope you enjoyed our pregame conversations with the coaches. And again, those pregame interviews brought to you by Dr. Karen Kramer, your hometown dentist in Grafton and Elyria is Dr. Karen Kramer. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the North Ridgeville Rangers. It'll be Jeremy Sanchez, 6-foot junior, averaging 13.9 points per ball game. Scotty Milligard gets the start tonight, 6'2 senior at 6.2 points per game. MJ Smith, an outstanding player, 5'11 senior at 19.7 points per ball game, also in the starting lineup. Mikey Richmond, 5'11 junior, averaging 4.1, and Tyler Cadle, 6'1 junior at 6.2 points per game, rounds out the starting 5 for North Ridgeville. For the Lorain High Titans under head coach John Rossitano, he will send them out this way. It'll be Tavon Pierre-Lewis, 6'6 junior at 15.2 points per ball game. Jordan Jackson in the starting lineup. Jackson, a 6'4 sophomore at 10 points per contest. Devon Grant, 6-foot junior, averaging 20.3 per game, along with David Wetherington. Wetherington averaging 6.1. And the 5th starter for Lorain High tonight is Cameron Davis. Davis, 5'6 junior at just over 1 point per game. 3 officials working tonight's contest. They are Craig Mills, along with Ed Lloyd and Steve Worley. We're just about ready here at the Titan Gym at Lorain High School. Let's play some basketball. North Ridgeville puts Mikey Richmond in the center circle. And for Lorain High, it'll be Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Titans will go right to left along your radio dial. North Ridgeville will go left to right. It'll be Ed Lloyd to put the ball in the air. Tip controlled by Lorain, and we are underway. Jackson got it out front to Wetherington. Now they feed it down low to Tavon Pierre-Lewis, and he had it stripped away. Out of there with it, M.J. Smith for North Ridgeville. Rangers going left to right. Smith down the left side to Sanchez. Sanchez left to the lane. Nice dish underneath. Shot up, missed by Mikey Richmond. Rebound grab by Tavon Pierre-Louis. Shoots it ahead on the right side to Jordan Jackson. Back out front to Pierre-Louis. Lewis in the lane. Bank shot, no. Rebound tip. M.J. Smith has it for North Ridgeville. Rangers head to the other end. Smith into the forecourt. M.J. down the left side to Milligard. Got it out front to Sanchez. Sanchez in the lane. Got his shot blocked by Devon Grant. Out of there with it comes Jackson. Jordan Jackson rumbling down the lane. Put the shot up, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it went off Tavon Pierre-Louis.
Tim, very fast-paced game. The first, we're not even a minute into it.
They've been up and down the floor. Unfortunately for both teams, no score. Neither team has been able to put the ball in the bucket. Into the forecourt, M.J. Smith for North Ridgeville. M.J. Smith works around a Cadle pick down the right side to Sanchez. Sanchez gives it on the wing to Milligard. Back out front to M.J. Smith. Splits a double team. Got whacked in the face as he went to the bucket, and M.J. Smith will shoot two. So perhaps M.J. Smith can break this scoreless tie as the foul was on Lorain High's Cameron Davis. Hey, we got to send out an early shout out to John Rossitano's daughter, Jenna Rossitano, listening in Baltimore. That's like habitual. We always send out the shout out to Jenna down in Baltimore. I was told I had to get it to her early tonight, early in the game. She had some activities going on this afternoon, so they want to make sure that she was wide awake when I sent the shout out. So Jenna, hope you're enjoying the broadcast in Baltimore. Smith split the two free throws. North Ridgeville with the first point. 1-0, Rangers on top. Lorain to the other end. I wonder what that activity was that Jenna Rossitano was involved with earlier today. See if we can find that out. Jackson on the right wing had the ball poked out of his hands, and then a nice job by M.J. Smith as he knocked it off Jackson out of bounds.
Second turnover for the Titans this evening.
North Ridgeville in their road grays.
Pressure
Gray
by the
shirts and
Titans.
shorts with blue letters and numbers and gold trim. Into the forecourt, Milligard, double team, bounces it out front to Sanchez. Sanchez at the top of the key, hits the brakes at the free throw line, down the right side to Richmond. Richmond tried to give it to M.J. Smith, ball deflected, and then M.J. in frustration reached in and fouled Cameron Davis. So the foul on M.J. Smith for North Ridgeville. Winner plays a Wednesday night at Elyria Catholic against either Avon Lake or Midview. That Avon Lake Midview game tonight over at Midview. It's on the mobile app and it's on WEOL.com. So we've got it all covered tonight. Rob Polinsky with that Shoreman and Midi battle. Bull Barge has Strongsville and Elyria. That's also on the stream and on WEOL.com. 3 games going. Grant out front. 3-ball. Good! Devon Grant knocks in a 3-ball and puts Lorain on the board. 3-1 Titans.
First field goal of the evening for either team.
And in the backcourt, North Ridgeville turns it over as Jeremy Sanchez threw it away. Pass just goes into the scorer's table over on the opposite side. We mentioned North Ridgeville in their road grays. Lorain in the home whites. White shirts, white shorts, dark blue letters and numbers with some silver trim. Grant on the right wing. Nice spin move. He drives, but he missed the shot. Rebound grab by Tyler Cadle. Boy, it was a pretty move. He just couldn't get the bucket. Into the forecourt, M.J. Smith for North Ridgeville. Cross-court pass to Jeremy Sanchez. Sanchez out near the half-court line being chased by Tavon Pierre-Louis. Sanchez tried to whip it down low, and the pass went off Scotty Milligard out of bounds. Basketball belongs to Lorain High. 5:19 to go, first quarter. 3-1. It's been a sluggish start. And John Rossitano thought that might happen for this young team, their first taste of tournament basketball. And it's a little bit different. That heart races a little bit quicker. Tavon Pierre-Louis, left wing to Cameron Davis. Now they feed it back into Tavon. Tavon left of the lane, bank shot good. Tavon Pierre-Louis, boy, once he gets it in that low block, he's unstoppable. 5-1, Lorain High. Milligard into the forecourt for North Ridgeville. Scotty on the right-hand dribble on the right sideline. Here comes the double team, got it out front. And now M.J. Smith is blasted near the half-court line as they tried to feed it to him. The foul will be on Lorain High. And we've got our first substitution. Cameron Davis just picked up his second foul for the Titans. And for Lorain, that's going to get Javon Manning in the ballgame, 6'2" freshman.
I was going to say, Tim, both teams being very aggressive defensively, quite possibly a little too aggressive for Cameron Davis.
And here's Jason Verba in the game. Left wing three, right there. What a shot by M.J. Smith. He can stroke it with the best of them. That's his 71st three ball of the year. Makes it 5-4. He's a pure shooter. Grant at the other end. His three bounces off the rim and out. Rebound grab by North Ridgeville's Tyler Cadle. Cadle gave it off to Milligard. 5-4, Lorain by 1. Driving the baseline is Richmond. His pass in the lane deflected, stolen out of there by Cameron Davis, and then he had it stolen away, and then North Ridgeville turns it right back over. Weatherington left of the lane, drives and scores. David Weatherington makes it a 7-4 Lorain high lead. Into the forecourt comes North Ridgeville. Sanchez, right of the lane, hits the brakes, got it out front. Milligard three ball. That one's off the mark. Jordan Jackson with the rebound. Long pass down the floor. Weatherington drives and scores. Well, it took Lorain about 3 seconds to score right there. 9-4, Titans by 5. Into the forecourt. Milligard falls down on the dribble, but then his pass knocked out of bounds by Tavon Pierre-Lewis. And for North Ridgeville, that'll get Cole Payne in the ball game. It was pretty cool to hear Brian Morgan talk about his team's competitiveness during our pregame conversation tonight, that he's loved coaching this team. 9-4, Lorain by 5. Down in the corner, Cole Payne got double teamed. Ball got knocked out of bounds by the Titans' Jordan Jackson. Well, Jackson's an impressive sophomore. Only a 10th grader. He plays very well, averages 10 points per game.
He's done a very, very nice job for the Titans.
Milligard to inbound for North Ridgeville. Getting knocked down here on the near sideline was M.J. Smith. It was Devon Grant that ran into him. And the foul will be on Lorain's Devon Grant. That's his first. Lorain high at 3 team fouls. Milligard to inbound for North Ridgeville here on the near sideline. Got it into Payne. Payne at the three-point arc, right back to Milligard. Cross-court pass left wing, now driving the baseline. They feed it to Cadle in the lane. He got double-teamed, back out front. Milligard right in the lane, leans in, put up a bank shot that missed. Rebound grab by Lorain High, and I think Milligard got called with the foul. Well, maybe not Milligard.
Rangers have done a very nice job of moving the basketball around. They just haven't been able to get a very good open shot.
Tyler Cadle picked up that foul for North Ridgeville. Lorain basketball, they lead it 9-4, 3:10 to go here in the opening quarter. Top of the circle, Jordan Jackson swings it left side to Devon Grant. Lob down low to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Tavon into the lane. Little hook shot, missed it. Tavon got it back, put it up, no good. Tavon got it back, put it in. And that'll get a timeout from Brian Morgan. It will, a full timeout taken by the head coach of the Rangers. Lorain has jumped out to an 11-4 lead. 2:57 to go, first quarter here at the Titan Gym on our Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup on WEOL. On your phone with the app, and Gary, we're online
on WEOL.com.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at Marines.com.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
North Ridgeville head coach Brian Morgan takes his first timeout. Lorain has popped it out to a 7-point lead at 11-4. Gary, anything on that stat sheet that tells us why Lorain now has the 7-point advantage?
Well, they're getting a lot more successful shots there. They've made 5 field goals. They're 5 of 5 of 11 so far on the evening, and they've been very successful the last few opportunities.
Let's see what Brian Morgan drew up during that timeout. Payne double-teamed here on the near sideline. Got it out front to Verba. Verba's pass stolen away by Lorain High. Javon Manning got it to Pierre Lewis. Whipped it down the floor to Weatherington, and it ricocheted right off his chest out of bounds. And for North Ridgeville, 3 fresh bodies coming in. Here's Zach Perkins seeing his first action. Mikey Richmond has re-entered. And Milligard also back in. End of 1. Avon Lake and Midview tied at 9. Again, the winner of this one gets the winner of that one next Wednesday. We'll have it on WEOL Division I District Semi. MJ Smith near the half-court line. Fires it left side to Sanchez. Got it down low, and the shot is up and in. Nice feed. Sanchez got it to Perkins. Perkins laid it in, 11-6. Rangers back to within 5. 2:20 to go first quarter here at Lorain High. Tim Elkhorn, Gary Pelter, onsite engineer Jared Kozar, and again Joe Bach from WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, utilizing our audio feed tonight. Pierre Lewis left of the lane, put it on the glass, missed it, rebound loose on the floor, and I think Pierre Lewis kicked it out of bounds. He did. Basketball belongs to North Ridgeville. Speaking of North Ridgeville, we were there earlier today. Congratulations to the Elyria Catholic girls. They are Sweet 16 bound. If you didn't listen to the game this afternoon, Lady Panthers knocked off Lutheran West 56-47 to win the Division III district title. Great job by Eric Roth-Gary's team. It's been a busy day. Had the wrap-up show this morning as MJ Smith gets called for a travel at the top of the circle. 2 hours, 9 to 11 on the wrap-up show this morning. Couple of hours at North Ridgeville, and now here at the Titan Gym. But you know what? It's the first Saturday in March. It's an annual event for us. We love it. There's nothing like tournament basketball. 5-point lead for Lorain. They've got the basketball. 1:40 to go here in the first quarter of play. Cameron Davis on the left wing, the 5'6 junior. Got it in the corner to Tavon Pierre Lewis. He's cut off on the baseline, floats it out front to Jackson. Jackson rumbles down the lane, put it up, and in the foul. Jackson drew the contact, and the 6'4 sophomore with a chance for a 3-point play.
He did a nice job of taking it in the paint himself and drew the foul as he was taking it to the basket. He's going to have an opportunity, as you said, for that 3-point play.
Mikey Richmond committed the foul. Jackson, a 62% free throw shooter, line left short. Rebound tipped around, still loose on the floor. MJ Smith has it for North Ridgeville. Smith to the other end, his pass stolen away by Javon Manning, only a freshman. Here comes Lorain High to the other end. Grant in the lane, the runner, no, but Devon got fouled. So Grant will shoot 2. This is the 4th straight year that North Ridgeville and Lorain have met in tournament play. As Mikey Richmond committed the foul. You don't see that too often. Usually the brackets will shake out one way or the other. You don't see 4 straight meetings too often. Devon Grant hits the first. Grant, good free throw shooter, 81% on the year. Line left has given Lorain an 8-point lead. Devon Grant spins that basketball, sends it up, sends it in. Grant hit them both, and it's now a 15-6 Titan advantage. Up the right side comes Jeremy Sanchez. Sanchez works himself around a Perkins pick. Sanchez left side, got it out front. Milligard 3 around the rim and out. Rebound Weatherington. They may have gotten David with a push-off. Or maybe it was Davon Manning. No, it's on Weatherington. Lorain had 2 guys on the glass, and it was Weatherington that gave a little bit of a shove. So the foul on Weatherington, his first for Lorain High, their 4th team foul. In fact, each team at 4 team fouls. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Lorain by 9. Left side of the forecourt, Jeremy Sanchez comes all the way to the top of the circle, drives the lane, put up a tough shot, missed it. Rebound Weatherington for Lorain High. David will push it to the forecourt, top of the key. Right wing to Jackson. Jackson cross court left side to Davis. Fires it down on the baseline to Weatherington. Weatherington lob back out front to Devon Grant. 38 seconds to go in the quarter. Devon Grant, nice stutter step. Left of the key, shot no good. Boy, he lost his defender but couldn't hit the jump shot. That was a pretty crossover. Sanchez into the forecourt for North Ridgeville. 22 seconds to go first quarter. Sanchez to the left wing. Sanchez down the left side. to Milligard. Got it back out front to Jeremy Sanchez. Well, Cameron Davis is just shadowing MJ Smith no matter where he goes. 8 seconds to go. Sanchez into the right corner. Throws it out front to Payne. He'll turn, shoot, miss a three. Rebound grab by Lorain High, and that ends the first quarter of play. Titans by 9, 15-6. Lorain over North Ridgeville at the end of one on our Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup. It's on WEOL. On your phone with the app. Gary, we're online.
On WEOL.com.
Hey, Luda. Got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. You can do a live chat on their site. They will help get her to safety.
Thanks, Ludacris.
Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
For the thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Lorain has jumped out to a 9-point lead, 15-6 Titans at the end of one. Tim Elkhorn, Gary Pelter, again thanks to Joe Bach, WLCS TV 20 for tying into our audio and also sending our audio down to the concession area. It's like being at the queue. You walk up to get a box of popcorn and you can hear the radio broadcast. That's pretty cool. Gary, first quarter numbers that jump out?
I think one of the big things is shooting statistics. First of all, the North Ridgeville Rangers, they were only 2 of 9 from the field, while the Titans were 6 of 14 from the field. And when you shoot that much better, they're going to get a little bit of a lead out there, and they did that with a 15-6 lead in the
Jackson
first quarter.
3-ball off the back of the rim, no good. A rebound grab by Jeremy Sanchez for North Ridgeville. 15-6, Rangers down 9. Sanchez got it underneath, and then having the ball knocked out of his hands out of bounds was Zach Perkins. Perkins had a layup, but he couldn't handle the pass. 7:37 to go here in the first half of play. Well, with some of the action from last night and earlier today, we now know our schedule for next week. We'll tell you about that as the evening moves along. Ranger basketball down by 9. On the right side, Sanchez spins to the baseline, and he got a bit of a push. And the foul will be called on Lorain High. Did they get Wetherington? Yep, David Wetherington just picked up his second. Well, we know on Monday night, Bull Barch will go down to Worcester. He will bring you Wellington taking on Akron Manchester. We had Wellington head coach Dan Gundert on the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up this morning. Also on Monday, Columbia taking on Lutheran East. Rob Polinsky will have that one. We had Larry Babix on the show this morning. Left wing 3-ball off the mark. Rebound grab by Tavon Pierre-Louis for Lorain High. Pierre-Louis into the forecourt. Nice behind the back dribble. Fakes the pass, and then he got fouled as he went down the lane. So Tavon Pierre-Louis will shoot 2. That foul on North Ridgeville was called on Perkins, the 6'5 junior. So again, both of those games on Monday night will be on the stream. We've got Cavs basketball on Monday night. In fact, we've got a countdown at the Q show on Monday. So we're going to have equipment all over the place as Tavon Pierre-Louis misses the first. I'll be at the Q from 5 to 6:30, and then 2 streamed games while the Cavs are running. Again, Wellington and Akron Manchester, Columbia and Lutheran East. Tavon Pierre-Louis splits the pair. 16-6, the Titans with a double-digit lead. 7:05 to go first half here at Lorain High. And our Tuesday and Wednesday schedule is set as well. We'll tell you about that as we move along. North Ridgeville basketball. Payne out front against Tavon Pierre-Louis. Cole Payne, top of the circle, comes left of the lane, hits the brakes, shoots it out front to Sanchez. Sanchez at the base of the center circle. Sanchez, bounce right side to MJ Smith. Fires it left wing to Payne. Payne heads to the baseline. Tried to get it in the lane. Ball deflected out of there with it. Jackson for Lorain High. Bounces it ahead to Davis. Cameron Davis threw it in the lane, and the shot no good by Javon Manning, but Pierre-Louis follows and put it in. 18-6. you can sense apprehension with North Ridgeville. They hear footsteps. Out front, Sanchez. Left of the lane. Sanchez got away with a push. Turnaround bank shot, no good. Rebound, Tavon Pierre-Louis. Lorain wants to run. Pierre-Louis to the forecourt. Stutter steps right of the lane. Put the shot up, no. Rebound, grab Jackson, up, no. Rebound loose on the floor. Guys diving all over the place. Scramble for it. Payne has it. And did he get fouled? Or did he get a timeout? North Ridgeville got a timeout.
There you go.
30-second timeout taken by the Rangers. That's their second timeout. They have 3 remaining. Other scores to pass along to you. We mentioned Midview and Avon Lake tied at 9 at the end of one. At the end of one, Strongsville. I'll tell you what, a lot of people thought this could be a dangerous game for Elyria. Strongsville at the end of one, leading the Pioneers 18-13. Oh, Falls in a tussle. The Bulldogs at the end of one, leading Berea Mid-Park 21-20. Of course, you folks on WEOL and on the mobile app and online at WEOL.com right now, you can't see the video that we're getting from Joe Bach from WLCS TV 20 here at Lorain. But, boy, that was the classic shot of Joe Kazura and George Corey enjoying the action here at the Titan Gym. Where's all that popcorn? Corey must have gone through his 3 or 4 boxes already. He teased Big George. Love that guy.
Did he get a shot of the dog up in the dog cage?
Well, there's only so much the viewers can handle. 5:50 to go here in the first half. North Ridgeville off the timeout, down by a dozen. And I think we had a 5-second call on number 5, Jeremy Sanchez. How about our guy Craig Mills working the game tonight? How many is that for Craig this year, Jared? 7. Jared tracks how many times the officials are on WEOL. He's got a big spreadsheet at home. In fact, if I'm doing a game and Jared's not there, he demands that I take a picture of the names of the officials so he can keep that Excel spreadsheet accurate. What's up with that? Jackson lobs it down low to Pierre-Louis. Tavon into the lane. Whoop, with the left hand, and he popped it in. Tavon Pierre-Louis, he's got a good game cooking. He's got 9, and it's a 14-point lead for the Titans. 20-6 Lorain High. North Ridgeville basketball, MJ Smith. He's had a quiet game. Boy, he has been blanketed. Smith in the lane. He got hit in the head. No whistle. Out of there with it. Tavon Pierre-Louis for Lorain High. Pierre-Louis right down the lane. In the lane. Bank shot, no. Pierre got it back. Put it on the rim. No good. Rebound on the end line. And it was Sanchez that tipped it out of bounds. Well, John Rossitano points at the bench. And comes David Wetherington. Out comes Cameron Davis. They're at the half. Midview leading Avon Lake 24-15. Middies by 9. Again, the winner of that one gets this winner. Out front, Jackson with a 3-ball that's off the mark. Rebound, Tyler Cadle for North Ridgeville. Got it ahead to MJ Smith. He'll stop. He'll shoot a 3 and hit it. MJ Smith. It's his second 3-ball of the night to make it 20-9. Boy, that young man can shoot it.
And he looked to make sure where all the Titans were. He wanted to make sure nobody was sneaking up behind him to block that shot from behind. But once he knew he had the open shot, he got his feet set and he put it up and got his basket.
About 72 3-balls for Smith this year. Wow. Shot in the lane, no good by Javon Manning for Lorain High. North Ridgeville out of there with it. Sanchez in the backcourt through the center circle. Sanchez right down the lane, drives and scores. That was pretty. Jeremy Sanchez makes it a 20-11 ball game. So 5 straight by the Rangers, the 3-ball by Smith, and the driving shot by Jeremy Sanchez. We're halfway through the second quarter of play, and out near the half-court line, Jordan Jackson simply going to dribble the basketball. They want North Ridgeville to come out of that zone.
I was going to say that last 5 points North Ridgeville has scored, they needed that badly. It was 20-6, and they got 5 there to get them a little bit closer at 20-11 right now.
Well, the guys just looking at each other, and finally North Ridgeville will come out and play some defense. So mission accomplished for John Rossitano's team. Out front, Tavon Pierre-Louis. Right wing to Jordan Jackson. Jackson right of the lane, into the lane. Bank shot. Good, and the foul. Oh, no. Craig Mills said it was a charge. Boy, Jackson with a nice, strong move to the hole, but Craig Mills said he banged into that North Ridgeville defender who had his position set. So here come the Rangers down by 9, 20-11. Into the forecourt, Jeremy Sanchez. Sanchez for North Ridgeville. Off on the right wing to Milligard. Top side to M.J. Smith. Smith comes around a Cadle pick. Smith on the right side. Down in the corner to Milligard. Back out front to Smith. Smith against Jackson. Smith, top of the key. Lob left side to Sanchez. Sanchez against Devon Grant. Sanchez to the free throw line. Sanchez, right wing Milligard. 3-ball up. No good. Rebound. Cadle saved it in. What a play. And then they whip it down low. And Milligard laid it up and in. Oh, what a play by Cadle. How about the athleticism of that play to save it inbounds?
He timed it. I didn't think he was going to get it. I don't think anybody thought he was going to get it.
Davon Pierre-Louis on the left side for Lorain High. Left of the lane, threw it out front to Jackson. Left side Weatherington, back to Jackson. Right wing Grant. Grant inside the arc will shoot it and miss it. Long rebound, though, comes to Jackson for Lorain High. Spins in the lane, running right-hander, nope, and he got called for the travel. So that little spin move, and he got called. And it'll head the other way. North Ridgeville with a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, that's 2 possessions in a row right there that the Titans have turned the ball over.
So the lead was 20-6 for Lorain. They were up by 14. It's now down to 7, 20-13. So a 7-0 run by the Rangers. 2:10 to go here in the first half of play. Left of the lane, Richmond. Richmond fires it out front to M.J. Smith. Smith, top of the circle, around a Cadle pick, down in the right corner. Milligard, 3-ball, big bounce, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and it went off Devon Grant for Lorain High.
The Rangers might have weathered that defensive pressure that the Titans were all over them, and they looked a little bit rattled, but they don't look as rattled as they did 5-10 minutes ago.
Inbound Smith, he drives, and he missed a shot with the left hand. Rebound David Weatherington. That could have cut it to a 5-point game. Here comes Grant. He heads to the other end. Bank shot, no, and a foul. That one will be called on North Ridgeville's Tyler Cadle, I believe. Well, actually, they got Sanchez with the block. So Sanchez picks up his first. And that's going to put Grant at the free throw line shooting 1-1. So it wasn't a shooting foul, but North Ridgeville is over the limit. Here's Devon Grant, 81% at the charity stripe. But he missed it. Offensive rebound, Jackson. And hold on. And now they're going to say it was not a 1-1 situation. They're going to say it was only the 6th team foul on North Ridgeville. So there was some confusion at the scorer's table. So that'll wipe out the missed attempt by Devon Grant, and now Lorain will inbound. Actually, Brian Morgan.
And somehow I think Lorain got the better end of that deal.
Well, they had the rebound after the miss.
Yeah, okay.
They did have the possession. Grant had missed the front end of the 1-1. Yeah, I think Brian Morgan's going to say we'll find out in another couple of seconds if we like the way this turned out or not. So Lorain, in essence, with a fresh possession. Pierre-Louis left of the lane. Tough shot, and he knocked it in. Wow. Tavon Pierre-Louis with an 11-point first half, and it's 22-13. Lorain by 9 with a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter of play. Sanchez double-teamed on the left wing. Ball knocked out of his hands. Grant has it for Lorain High. Grant weaving his way through traffic, heads to the forecourt, splits a double team into the lane. Tough shot, no good. Rebound put back up and in by David Weatherington. So Weatherington makes it 24-13. The lead back to 11. North Ridgeville at the other end. M.J. Smith comes all the way under the basket. Got it out front to Milligard. Top of the key. They feed it now on the right side to Sanchez. Sanchez holding the basketball. Bounce to Cadle, who gave it right back to Sanchez. Under a minute to go here in the second quarter. An 11-point lead for Lorain High. They've been in control throughout. Smith, long three, but he missed it. And the long rebound will simply go out of bounds. My goodness, M.J. Smith, he shot that one from Broadway.
Yeah, he was about 8 to 10 feet outside the three-point arc.
I mean, he was downtown Lorain at that one. So let's see if John Rossitano plays for the final shot of the first half. His team up 11, 24-13. They spread the floor. Devon Grant simply on the dribble in the center circle. Grant now with under 30 seconds to go. Lobs it out front to Jordan Jackson. Jackson holding the basketball. The winner of this one will get either Avon Lake or Midview next Wednesday. We'll have that game on WEOL. Davon Pierre-Lewis with 15 on the clock on the dribble. Midview leading Avon Lake at the half, 24-15. 8 on the clock. Davon Pierre-Lewis to the foul line. Got stripped. Out of there with it, Sanchez. Sanchez, 3 on the clock. Right side, Richmond. Richmond with the jumper. It's no good as it went off the glass and then bounced over the backboard. We've reached the intermission here at Lorain High. And at the half, Lorain with an 11-point lead. Titans 24, North Ridgeville 13. We're coming back to Lorain after this timeout on the Cleveland Clinic Tournament Cage matchup. It's on AM 930 WEOL. On your phone, download the app. Hell, we're online on WEOL.com.
To the left.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Hi, my name is Israel Cedillo. I am 17 years old and in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying climate control through Lorain High's Career Tech Education Program. I started the climate control program in the 10th grade. I learned all about the basics of furnaces, building a room, drywall, pretty much everything a house would ever need. I am not the type of guy to be sitting behind a computer all day. I am a very hands-on person. From the start, you learn that safety's first because we handle dangerous, hazardous machinery equipment. Then there's bookwork, and then you get into the hands-on part. You learn heating and electrical. I'm working on taking several certifications while I'm still in high school. After that, I'm going to go to LCC for 2 years for architectural design. I want to be my own contractor. I'm learning how to do everything that a house needs to be built at Lorain High. I knew what I wanted to do, and now I know how to do it. And it's all thanks to Lorain High's Climate Control Career Tech Program.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
Taking a look very quickly at the statistics for the North Ridgeville Rangers in that first quarter play. They were 2 of 9 for 22%, 1 of 4 from three-point range. Second quarter, 3 of 8 for 38%, 1 of 5 from three-point range in the second quarter. At halftime, they're 5 of 17 for 29% from the field, 2 of 9 from three-point range for 22% from outside the arc. In the first quarter, they attempted 2 free throws. They were successful on one of those for 50%. That's the only free throws they took in the first half of play. For the Lorain High Titans, they were 6 of 14 for 43% in the first quarter of play, 1 of 1 from three-point range. In the second quarter, 4 of 11 for 36% from the field. At halftime, they're 10 of 25 for 40% from the field, 1 of 1 from three-point range, perfect from outside the arc. They were 2 of 3 in the first quarter from the charity stripe, 1 of 2 in the second quarter, 3 of 5 overall for 60% from the free throw line. Looking at turnovers, the Titans have turned the ball over 6 times, while North Ridgeville has turned it over 10. Offensive rebounds, 2 for the Rangers and 7 for the Titans, while defensive rebounds, 8 for the Titans and 9 for the Rangers, Tim.
All right, here we go. Second half underway. North Ridgeville with the basketball. They now go right to left along your radio dial. Rangers down 24-13. Winner heads to the district. next Wednesday at Elyria Catholic. On the left side for North Ridgeville, Milligard. Now they shoot it in the right corner. Open three. Richmond missed it. Rebound grab by Lorain High. Devon Grant down the floor. Tavon Pierre-Louis. And he had the ball knocked out of his hands. Great defense by North Ridgeville as Pierre-Louis went for the dunk. Richmond dry scoop. Missed it. Rebound grab by Lorain High. Devon Grant up the right side. Grant on the right wing. Stop. Shoots a three. Missed it. And it bounces over the backboard out of bounds. You know, we were here a few weeks ago. We talked about that shot clock. That is now atop the backboard to our right and also to our left. Perhaps Lorain knows something is coming in the near future in high school basketball. Why would they have shot clocks? In the backcourt, MJ Smith got a bit of a bump as he was being chased by two Lorain defenders. And the foul is called on Lorain High's Jordan Jackson. Each team with their original 5 on the floor. For Lorain, Jordan Jackson, Tavon Pierre-Louis, Devon Grant, David Weatherington, and Cameron Davis. North Ridgeville, MJ Smith, Scotty Milligard, Jeremy Sanchez, Mikey Richmond, and Tyler Cadle. Ranger basketball. We haven't had a point here in the third quarter. Minute off the clock. Smith, long three. May have been partially deflected. No, it was just an air ball. Went out of bounds. And you don't see MJ Smith shoot too many air balls.
It was long, but not quite long enough to hit anything.
Well, Lorain gets it back, leading by 11, 24-13. Tavon Pierre-Louis lobs it into Jordan Jackson. Jackson right back to Tavon Pierre-Louis. Lewis shoots it ahead to Jackson. Lob on the right side to Davis. Cameron Davis back out front to Tavon Pierre-Louis, who shoots it to Devon Grant. John Rossitano mentioned during the pregame, very proud of the fact Devon Grant, first team all-district. It's quite an honor in Division I basketball. They dump it down low to Tavon Pierre-Louis. In the lane, up, no, but foul. And John Rossitano, he's the human pogo stick over there on that Lorain High bench, jumping up and down, wanted the and one, but it'll be Pierre-Louis shooting 2 as the foul was called on Tyler Cadle for North Ridgeville. That is his second. Tavon Pierre-Louis short on that first free throw.
He did a great job of getting the ball down there to Pierre-Louis, but wasn't able to get it to go down.
Tavon, line right. 63% free throw shooter. Second one, skimmed it around the rim and dropped it through. 12 for Tavon Pierre-Louis. 12 is the lead for Lorain High. 25-13. In the backcourt, Jeremy Sanchez for North Ridgeville. Sanchez on a left-hand dribble into the forecourt on the left sideline, hands it off to MJ Smith. Smith being chased, and a foul is called. It's on Jordan Jackson. That'll be his third, and that'll get Javon Manning in the ball game for Lorain High. And John Rossitano operating with a short bench tonight. He's only had Javon Manning come in off that Lorain High bench. The good news is Lorain's been operating with an advantage all night long. Smith at the top of the circle, left side to Milligard, and he traveled with it. Can't do that in front of Craig Mills. He'll catch you every time.
And that's a very aggressive Lorain defense. They've been chasing the Rangers all the way out to the timeline all night long. They're not giving him an opportunity to take a breather, and what it's doing is it's throwing the Rangers off their game a little bit and forcing some turnovers, whether it's a travel or an errant pass, but it's done it numerous times this evening.
Cameron Davis, nice wraparound pass down low to Tavon Pierre-Louis, who popped it home. 27-13, Lorain has matched their biggest lead. 14-point advantage for the Titans, 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. On the left wing, Sanchez, 3-ball, missed it completely. Nothing but oxygen out of there with it. Comes Tavon Pierre-Louis, lob on the right side to Devon Grant. Down in the right corner to Weatherington, 3 around the rim and out. Rebound out of bounds, and it went off Lorain High's Cameron Davis. For North Ridgeville, that'll get Jason Verba back in the ball game. He saw some action in the first half, did not score. Again, those halftime scores, Midview over Avon Lake 24-15, and Strongsville on top of Elyria 29-24. And on the inbound, North Ridgeville can't get it in. 5-second violation. 5:25 to go third quarter. Cameron Davis will inbound for Lorain High. Slaps the basketball. Got it into Tavon Pierre-Louis under the basket. Muscled it up and in. Tavon Makes it 29-13, and Brian Morgan says, I need a timeout. Full timeout taken by the Rangers. All of a sudden, Lorain by 16. 29-13 Titans on our Cleveland Clinic cage matchup on WEOL and Gary Online.
On WEOL.com.
1, 2, 3, 5!
Opportunities present themselves every day. Opportunities that move us forward. Opportunities to serve part-time in your community while continuing their full-time careers or education to help keep our nation safe at home and around the globe. Explore your opportunities in the Air Force Reserve.
It was a 20-13 game late in the second quarter. Since that time, Lorain High has ripped off 9 straight, and they now lead it 29-13. North Ridgeville scoreless here in the third, and Brian Morgan can sense this one slipping away. Ranger basketball off that timeout. They desperately need a hoop. Out front, ball bounces off the leg of Tyler Cadle. Cadle in between the circles to Richmond. Richmond down the right side to Sanchez. Sanchez right of the lane, in the lane, drives, hung it down the rim, and it fell through. Jeremy Sanchez makes it 29-15. So that ends the extended run by Lorain going back to the second quarter. End of 3, Strongsville over Elyria, 45-35. Mustangs by 10 at the end of 3 at the Pioneer Gym. Right of the lane, Tavon Pierre-Lewis got it down low. Now they swing it back out front to David Wetherington. Wetherington in between the circles to Davis. Right side to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Lob in the right corner to Devon Grant. Grant outside the three-point arc. Grant with a stutter step into the lane. Back on the left side to Davis. The southpaw shoots and hits. Cameron Davis, the left-hander, knocked it in to make it 31-15. Lorain again with a 16-point lead. Pressure in the backcourt. Up the right side comes Smith. Smith with a stutter step. Smith on the right wing. Out front to Sanchez. Sanchez reverses himself away from traffic. Gave it off to Verba. Down in the left corner to Richmond. Richmond out front. Ball deflects off Grant. Grabbed by Sanchez. No look underneath to Smith. Reverse layup, no. Tipped by Cadle, no. And we got a foul. End of 3. Avon Lake leading Midview 34-33, so Avon Lake has rallied. 34-33 Shorman. Foul rate there on North Ridgeville was called on Tyler Cadle. That's his third. 3:47 to go here in the third quarter. 31-15. Lorain with a 16-point lead. In the backcourt, Jackson. Jackson, lob right side of the forecourt to Davis, hits the brakes, hands it off to Devon Grant. Grant at the three-point arc, now heads to the baseline, put it up with the left hand and scored. Wow, pretty shot.
That was nice, very smooth.
18-point lead now for Lorain. And North Ridgeville turns it over, and then Jeremy Sanchez plows into Javon Manning. Sanchez just picked up his second foul. Boy, what a shot by Devon Grant. 33-15. Lorain by 18 here on their home floor. Well, their defense has been stifling on North Ridgeville. Into the forecourt comes Jackson right down the lane. Got it underneath to Tavon Pierre-Lewis, and the ball knocked out of his hands out of bounds. Good job by Richmond for North Ridgeville.
You don't usually see a guy getting away with a block from behind like that, but that was a very nice block.
Grant to inbound. Lob in the right corner to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Got it out front to Jordan Jackson, only a sophomore. Lobs it down in the low block to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Threw it left side to Cameron Davis. He'll shoot it. That one he'll miss. A rebound grab by Sanchez for North Ridgeville. Jeremy will push it to the forecourt. Left side to M.J. Smith. Thought about a long three. Held up. No look pass. Right corner to Verba. He'll shoot it. He'll have it go in and out. A rebound grab by Devon Grant for Lorain High. Grant heads to the forecourt. Grant to the line, to the lane. Put it off the glass. No. Rebound Tavon Pierre-Lewis. In traffic up. No, but fouled. North Ridgeville does not have a matchup for Tavon Pierre-Lewis.
You're absolutely correct, Tim. Once they get that ball down low, it's all Lewis. And the only saving grace for North Ridgeville is occasionally Lewis will bring the ball down where they can they can get their hands on it. But if he keeps it up there, they don't have a shot.
Boy, Tavon Pierre-Louis is having a ball game. 17 after he makes that first free throw. Makes it 34-15. Again, the winner of this one will get the winner of Midview and Avon Lake. That's a 1-point game as they went to the fourth quarter. We may switch you over to that for the final few moments if it stays close. Or Tavon Pierre-Louis hit the second. So we've got a 20-point game here. So again, we may switch you on the radio side to Midview and Avon Lake. We'll see how that one finishes up. Boy, another North Ridgeville turnover. Again, I just think they're hearing footsteps out there.
Yeah, it's that defensive pressure from Lorain. North Ridgeville's done some nice job of moving the ball at times, some nice passes, but they're shooting. They just haven't got good shots off this evening.
On the right side, Cameron Davis for Lorain High bounces it to Jackson. Jackson at the top of the circle. Jackson got held out front. The foul will be called on Cadle. All of a sudden, Cadle's got 4 fouls. 6'1" junior, racking them up here in the third quarter. He's got 3 personals here in the period. He will now take a seat as checking in Zach Perkins for North Ridgeville. Rangers coming in at 12-11. Lorain High 17-5. Davis in the left corner throws it out front to Tavon Pierre-Louis. 2 minutes to go here in the period. Tavon Pierre-Louis on the right side. Cameron Thomas now in the game, and Pierre-Louis takes it right down the lane and scores. And now a timeout taken by John Rossitano. So John Rossitano has gotten Cameron Thomas in the ball game. Timeout taken by Lorain. Full timeout. We'll take a break. It's all Titans 37-15 Lorain on our Cleveland Clinic case matchup on WEOL and Gary Online
on WEOL.com.
$37-15. Lorain has blown it wide open. They've outscored North Ridgeville 13-2 here in the third quarter of play. Off the timeout by Lorain. North Ridgeville with the basketball. Out front, Verb, a double team. Fired it down low to Perkins. Perkins gave it to a driving Smith, who scored. M.J. Smith, his first field goal here in the second half, makes it 37-17. Lorain at the other end. Tavon Pierre-Louis being chased. Want to alert our listeners, we think at the end of the third we're going to switch you over to Midview and Avon Lake. Down low, spin off the glass and good for Cameron Thomas, and he got fouled. Well, how about the freshman right there? Got a chance for a 3-point play.
Get that little extra oomph on that spin because you didn't know if it was going to go in.
Drew the foul from Cole Payne for North Ridgeville. And the free throw is up and no good for Cameron Thomas. Rebound, Jackson put it up, no. Jackson got it back, put it off the glass, no. Rebound put back up and in by Cameron Thomas. Boy, he's come off the bench, has a couple of field goals, and it's now 41-17. Lorain by 24. At the other end, a driving shot is good for Jeremy Sanchez. At the other end, reverse layup, no good for Lorain. Out of there with it, Sanchez had it knocked out of his hands from behind. Ball grabbed at the half-court line by Devon Grant. Little crossover dribble in the lane. Bank shot, no good. Rebound, fought for, scramble on the ground. Thomas got it to Wetherington, and Lorain got a timeout. 30-second timeout. We're going to sneak in a 30. 41-19. Lorain, a 30-second timeout on the Cleveland Clinic Tournament cage matchup.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim or e-claim for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits, online VA claims made simple.
Timeout taken by John Rossitano, 32nd timeout. So John has actually spent 2 timeouts here in the third quarter, and the lead is 22. Tavon Pierre-Louis scooped, missed, but he got fouled. So Tavon Pierre-Louis, who's having a tremendous game, 20 points, heads to the free throw line. And it'll be Cameron Davis checking in for Lorain High at the next break. Davis waiting at the scorer's table. Tavon Pierre-Louis, line right, free throw up and in. Well, he's doing it all tonight. 21-point effort for Tavon Pierre-Louis. Midview Avon Lake, an update. Midview up by 7 with about 3 minutes to go. Again, at the end of this quarter on the radio side, we're going to send you to Midview for the final couple of moments. Tavon missed the second, but rebound grabbed by Lorain. Grant with a long 3. It's off the mark, no good. Put back good by Cameron Thomas. How about the freshman here in the third quarter? He's got 6. Makes it 44-19. At the other end, ball knocked out of bounds as it went off Jordan Jackson. We're down to 18.8 seconds to go. So again, at the end of the third quarter, we'll take a timeout from here, and then Terry Howell spinning the dials will bring you the final couple of minutes of Avon Lake and Midview. And as Lorain High has ballooned this one out to a 25-point lead. MJ Smith on the left wing comes underneath the basket and simply fumbled it out of bounds. 9.5 on the clock. John Rossitano playing a little offense-defense. So let's get Tavon Pierre-Louis back in. David Witherington will take a seat. 9.5 to go in the quarter. Jackson throws it ahead to Tavon Pierre-Louis. Lewis on the left wing. Lewis to the foul line. Fires right corner. Grant. 3-ball. Good at the buzzer. Devon Grant hit the 3-ball, and that closes out the third quarter of play. 47-19. It is all Lorain as they head to the fourth in the Cleveland Clinic tournament cage matchup.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it. It always seemed like a good idea.
We were both nervous when we first met, but everything kind of fell into place.
Mentoring is important to anyone that's pretty fortunate in life to have a little bit of time to pass on that knowledge.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. He taught me just focus on the big picture because I would like to give back just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Fourth quarter underway here at the Titan Gym. A 3 missed by Devon Grant, but the putback by Jordan Jackson makes it a 49-19 lead for Lorain. Tim Elkhorn along with Gary Pelter. Joe Bach is running the camera over on the right wing. Nice 3-ball up and in by Scotty Milligard for North Ridgeville. And Tavon Pierre-Louis answers at the other end with a thunderous dunk. And it's 51-22. And now a turnover by North Ridgeville. Jackson ahead to Witherington, and Witherington laid it up, no. Rebound tapped back in by Tavon Pierre-Louis. 53-22. So Lorain High is going to play on a Wednesday night. Not much doubt about that. They're up by 31 points. Down low, a little shot popped in by Cole Payne for North Ridgeville. Makes it 53-24. Devon Grant in the lane, running left-hander, no good. But Devon Grant fouled on the play. He gets a nice helping hand from his teammates, and he'll head to the free throw line. Gary Pelter, any third quarter numbers that jump out?
I'll tell you what, I haven't totaled them all up yet, but Lorain High had considerably more shots than North Ridgeville did in that third quarter play, and that's when they pushed that lead out and pretty much just putting it out of reach.
Devon Grant misses the first free throw. Devon's been quiet tonight, but he really hasn't had to be the guy scoring for Lorain High. Boy, Tavon Pierre-Lewis has had a monster game. Grant hit the second. Devon with 11. 54-24. So Lorain High will play in the district semifinal on Wednesday night over at Elyria Catholic. They will face either Midview or Avon Lake. We've been tracking that score throughout the night. It's been close over at Midview. We'll get you a final as soon as we have it. Left side of the forecourt, Jeremy Sanchez for North Ridgeville. Sanchez against Jackson. And he got a bit of a shove from Jordan Jackson. The sophomore picks up the foul. That's 4 on Jordan Jackson for Lorain High. And for North Ridgeville, that'll get Scotty Milligard in the ball game. 6:31 to go. Lorain with a 30-point lead. An impressive first game for the Titans in postseason. 4th year in a row Lorain has played North Ridgeville in tournament play. Not sure Brian Morgan's happy about that. There's a steal by Devon Grant. Devon heads to the other end. Little reverse layup, no. Rebound tipped around, out of there with it Verba for North Ridgeville. His pass stolen by Jackson. Jackson drives, Jackson scores. Boy, how about the anticipation right there by Jackson. Boy, great job of reading that pass.
I think Lorain High has turned it up just a little bit more, and the North Ridgeville Rangers have lost their focusness a little bit.
Their what?
Their focusness.
Focusness is a word. There's Tavon Pierre-Lewis. He drives to the other end, and did he get fouled before the shot? Well, that's an NBA continuation if they give him that bucket. As Craig Mills is having a conversation. They're going to count that hoop for Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Welcome to the NBA, Tavon Pierre-Lewis.
I don't think focusness is really a word, but I was thinking about Jim Tomey this afternoon. I heard they were talking about him in the baseball game today, and his impending induction into the Hall of Fame. And
he used
Jim
the word.
Tomey used the word focusness.
Focusness?
Yes.
Wow.
They lost their focusness one time.
Tavon Pierre-Lewis, free throw up, no good. And a little bit of poetic justice there. And again, great game by Tavon, but there's Tavon with a steal. Pow! With 2 hands. Well, what a game for Pierre-Lewis. He's got 29. It's a 36-point lead for Lorain High.
I got a ruling on that basket by Tavon Lewis from our official up here, Jared Kozar. He said basket interference was the call with the Tavon Pierre-Lewis basket.
MJ Smith drives and scores. Yeah, but the foul was long before the basket interference. Tavon Pierre-Lewis drives and scores. How about 31 tonight for Tavon Pierre-Lewis? There was a foul long before the basket interference. That's what I'm saying. MJ Smith in between the circles. Long 3. He hit it. Boy, there's that shooting ability of MJ Smith. 14 points for MJ. Got 3 threes in the ball game. I'll take him in a 3-point shooting contest any day. Devon Grant, there's a pretty good shooter in his own right. Down low to Tavon Pierre-Lewis. Out front, Cameron Davis. Back on the left side to Tavon. Shoots a 3, missed it. Rebound, though, grabbed by Cameron Davis. Got it to Devon Grant, who scoops and scores. And Devon Grant makes it 64-29. 4:20 to go here at Lorain High. Out front, MJ Smith got grabbed by Cameron Davis. The foul on Davis will be his 3rd. Gets Jordan Jackson back in. Here's Aiden Brown seeing his first action for Lorain tonight. Young man has scored 6 points on the season for John Rossitano's team. Sanchez to inbound for North Ridgeville. And the Rangers know their season's going to end tonight. They'll finish up 500 at 12-12. MJ Smith on the left wing. Lost the ball at the 3-point arc. Now it rolls out of bounds, and it went off Lorain High's Cameron Davis.
Saw some nice things out of the Rangers this evening, but they were just clearly overmatched on the offensive end of it, too.
Boy, they sure were. Boy, there's a walk that they don't call. 3-ball by Milligard, no good. Boy, that was a Sunday stroll in the park. Left of the lane, runner up, no, and we'll have a charge called. That one whistled on Lorain High's Javon Manning. That's his first. 64-29. You know what? We've got a running clock. I just realized that with the new OHSAA rule. It's a 35-point lead for Lorain High. So we're in that running clock scenario. So this one will end relatively quickly. Midview up by 8 with 27 seconds to go. So looking good for the Middies. Yeah, this is my first experience with the running clock.
Mine as well, Tim.
So that's a new OHSAA rule. Manning to the other end, and he laid it up and in. So Manning with his first 2. Yes, we will have a running clock from here on out because it's a 35-point difference in the second half of play. Sanchez down the lane, up, no, and a foul. Except on free throws. No, they're running it. So Cameron Thomas picked up the foul. So Thomas with his first foul for Lorain High. So this game will end in about 2 minutes and 6 seconds because we're in a running clock scenario right now. Free throw up, around the rim and in for Sanchez. And even on the substitutions, that clock just keeps running. Final score, Strongsville with a 19-point win over Elyria. Boy, the Mustangs opening some eyes. Tournament wins over Avon and now the Pioneers. Sanchez hit them both. So Strongsville in the district semifinal in Division I. Wow. Pioneers are out. Lorain with the basketball and a 35-point lead. And we won't go back to a normal clock scenario unless North Ridgeville can cut it under 30. Once it got to 35, we were within the running clock, and the Rangers have to cut it under 30 to stop it from happening. Shot up is in, but they'll call it travel on Lorain High. So this one's going to end with the running clock. Lorain moving on to face, in all likelihood, Midview. Midview with a lead late in that ball game against Avon Lake. Got all sorts of new bodies in there for both teams. Cole Payne left in the lane, ball knocked out of his hands, out of there with it come the Titans. And the shot is up and in. Jackson with the bucket for Lorain High. Right of the lane, getting his shot blocked for North Ridgeville and out of bounds. But again, the clock won't stop. 68-31, they just keep running it. Inbounds to the Rangers. They feed it left wing. They'll get it back in the corner. 3-ball up short. 3, 2, 1. That does it. The final score here at Lorain High, 68-31. The Titans are moving on. They're heading to the district semifinal in Division I. Lorain with a record of 18-5. North Ridgeville closes out the season at 500 as they finish up the year at 12-12. So Lorain High is heading to the district semifinal on Wednesday night over at Elyria Catholic with a record of 18-5. Tavon Pierre-Lewis led Lorain tonight with 31 points. Devon Grant had 13, and everybody after that pretty much around the same point total. David Wetherington with 6, Jordan Jackson with 6, Cameron Thomas with 6 for Lorain High. Gary, before we wrap things up and let Joe Bach get on out of here, any final thoughts?
Well, I thought that it was obviously Lorain took control early. North Ridgeville made a little bit of a run there to close it down a little bit tighter at one point, 20-13. But then Lorain High just took control again and pushed it back out, and they never looked back and pretty much controlled the ball game throughout until we got to the point where there was the running clock and it's all but over but the buzzer.
That's exactly the way it unfolded. All right, so that's going to do it from the Titan Gym here at Lorain. Titans win this one by a final of 68-31. For those of you watching on WLCS TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television, huge thank you to Joe Bach for running the camera tonight, and we'll talk to you again next time. So until then, so long, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.